Yes, guys, this is the quick instant reaction as Newcastle draw 0-0 with Arsenal down at the Emirates Stadium this evening. We take a point back to St James's Park. I tell you what, that'll do me. I will take that. I think there was shown that Arsenal had won the last 11 games against Newcastle at the Emirates. We do not have a great record there. I will take that point. They're a good side. Look, to be honest, the referee was the show of that game. How many yellow cards was he giving out for what seemed to be completely unnecessary at times, and then not giving second yellow cards? Xhaka totally clips Wilson in the back of the legs, already got a yellow card, doesn't get a second. Odegaard had one as well. He's just flashing the card for no reason. He looked lost. The referee had an absolute shocker, but had you offered me a point before that game started, I would have taken it. And look, we had our chances as well in that game. The lineups come out. It's the same team, but with Wilson up front, which I was happy with. But we knew it was going to be a tough one. They actually came out the blocks very, very quickly. The first 15 minutes, they had a lot of the ball. They had a lot of pressure. But this is what we do with this Eddie Howe side. We soaked it. And you know, you talk about phases in a game of teams having possession. They've got possession first 15. And look, normally it's us who go out there and keep the ball for the first 15. It was them in this game. But we kept our calm. We played it cool. We took our time despite the random yellow cards for a lot of no reason in that game. And then we started to come into it a little bit more. To be honest, for a neutral, probably wasn't the greatest game to watch, to be honest. It got a little bit spicy towards the end of the first half. Bruno telling the referee what's for. To be honest, everyone was telling everyone what was for. End of the first half, we had a couple of chances. I mean, they had chances as well. A Gabriel header that went just wide. But you know, Joe Linton, right at the death of the first half, on the back stick, could he have just snuck that one in? But we'll go in at half-time, 0-0. And I'm just thinking, if we can come out strong, second half, go and grab a goal. And we came out quick. I remember a chance that Trippier whipped across the goal. You would put your house on Wilson scoring that 9 times out of 10. He just couldn't get the connection. And then as the second half kind of went on, we started getting a little bit tired. Eddie Howe sticks with the winning side. We don't rotate the squad that often because we want to play our best players. But you look at players like Willock coming, as I get blinded by a car, Willock coming in at the end, tired. We ran our hearts out tonight. We really, really went for it. And look, towards the end of that game, the sirens going off behind us as well. Towards the end of that game, yeah, we were sitting in. We were taking the pressure. We were hoping they were going to blow the whistle. Tell you what, Arteta at the end, moaning. They had a chance that came across the goal. Murphy goes in for the challenge, kind of hits his arm, but it's next to his body. It's not a penalty anywhere on this earth. And Mikel Arteta's having to go Eddie Howe for it. And funnily enough, it's not often you see Eddie Howe give a little bit back, standing up for the side, standing up for the team, telling Arteta where to go. We're stuck in. We took the point. Around the 66th minute, we took off Wilson, we took off Almiron. At the time, I thought, is that us kind of sitting in? In fairness, both players had yellow cards. I was talking to a guy in the pub there. I think he had a bet on for 3 players to get booked. I think every player other than the players he had on got booked. Even Lascelles took a booking in the end for trying to stop them taking the throw-in. But we fought hard. We knew what the job was going to be today. They're a good side. I tell you what, some of the balls their centre-backs were playing out into their front players was clever. They were quick. A few times Martinelli got around Trippier for the ball into the box. Thankfully, the Rolls Royce, that is Sven Botman at the back, and Shaw kept it out. We are very strong defensively. Arsenal are a good side, and I spoke about this in my preview. I actually said I thought there would be goals in this game. I hoped if we'd got 1 or 2, can we keep them out? Unfortunately, the chances that did fall to us, we weren't able to put in the back of the net. But defensively we're strong. Defensively we didn't let them score. And as I say, going into that last 15 minutes, by the way, the Newcastle fans who were down in that corner were fantastic. Got so much TV time with the lads with their tops off, was amazing. You could hear the fans chanting through the whole game, desperate for us to get through it. And I've already mentioned players like Willock cramping up at the end, couldn't even walk to get off the pitch. We fought hard, we were aggressive. We didn't go down there and, for example, when we played Leeds the other night, who thought, you know what it is, let's just sit in the box and do nothing. We didn't do that. We defended strong, but we always tried to push out and play. And they're a good side. And as I've said, if you'd offered me the draw beforehand, I would have taken it. I think it's a great point to take home. Yes, there was some frustrations there. And yes, I think the ref... I was going to say, did he want to be the star of the show? I think he just looked lost. I don't think he went out there and thought, right, I'm in charge here. Yeah, I just think he was just... didn't know what to do. He's given yellows for this, he's given yellows for that. And then when there was actual challenges that should have been yellow cards, he was bottling it because he'd already given a yellow card for something that he shouldn't have probably, you know, it was one of them. It could have been different. I'll take the point. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. I thought the times where we did have our phases of play, we looked good for quite a long time in that second half. I was calling out for Maxi to get on the pitch. I just felt like we were kind of, as I say, running a little bit low on energy, and could Maxi have maybe added something a little bit sooner? I'm not sure. When he did get on the pitch, that was really when Arsenal were trying to push for that last minute goal. And you know what it is? It's a bit of gamesmanship at times. It's keeping the ball, and it's not... I'm sure we did probably waste a little bit of time. People probably did lie on the floor a little bit longer than they should have. But generally speaking, we did not go there and just go, right, let's all sit in the 6-yard box and hoof it away. We played for the win, and we could have had it at times. But it didn't quite fall our way. But as I've said probably 3 times already in this video, yeah, that'll do. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. We now go into the Sheffield Wednesday away game this weekend before we take on Leicester on Tuesday. So 2 back-to-back cup games in a row. You'd imagine that will be the chance where Eddie Howe may well look to mix things up a little bit in terms of lineups. But generally speaking, we fought hard. We gave it our all. We were unlucky at times with the ref. We were unlucky at times with shots. Maybe they were a little bit unlucky at times with some of their final passing, but we stayed strong. We took the point. You know what it is? I'll take it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Drop a like. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and I'll catch you later.